welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video where we're reading Think and Grow Rich. New here, a huge welcome to you. Here we talk spirituality, we talk purpose, we talk self-development, we read books, and if you're into that, you love that type of content, definitely subscribe. This is the place for you. So let's begin. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. The third step towards riches. Autosuggestion is a term which applies to all suggestions and all self-administered stimuli which reach one's mind through the five senses. Autosuggestion is self-suggestion. It is the agency of communication between that part of the mind where conscious thought takes place and that which serves as the seat of action of the subconscious mind. Through the dominating thoughts, which one permits to remain in the conscious mind, the principle of autosuggestion voluntarily reaches the subconscious mind and influences it with these thoughts. Nature has so built man that he has absolute control over the material which reaches his subconscious mind through his five senses. See and feel money in your hands. You were instructed in the last of the 6 steps described in chapter on desire to read aloud twice daily the written statement for your desire for money and to see and feel yourself already in possession of the money. By following these instructions, you communicate the object of your desire directly to your subconscious mind in a spirit of absolute faith. Through repetition of this procedure, you voluntarily create thought habits which are favorable to your efforts to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. Go back to these 6 steps described in chapter 2 and read them again very carefully before you proceed further. You of course will see that the instructions involve the application of the principle of autosuggestion. Remember, therefore, when reading aloud a statement of your desire, that the mere reading of the words is of no consequence. Unless you mix emotion or feeling with your words, your subconscious mind recognizes and acts only upon thoughts which have been well mixed with emotion or feelings. So that's very important. That's very, very, very important. We have our purpose statement and we have our mission statement, and we reading it, we want to feel the feeling of already having it. So that's what they're basically saying here. This is a fact of such importance as to warrant repetition in practically every chapter, because the lack of understanding of this is the main reason the majority of people who try to apply the principle of autosuggestion get no desirable results. Plain, unemotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. You will get no appreciable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words which have been well emotionalized with belief. Do not become discouraged if you cannot control or direct your emotions the first time you try to do so. Remember, there is no such possibility as something for nothing. You cannot cheat even if you desire to do so. Ability to use the principle of autosuggestion will depend very largely upon your capacity to concentrate upon a given desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. How to strengthen your powers of concentration. When you begin to carry out the instructions in connection with the 6 steps described in the 2nd chapter, it will be necessary for you to make use of the principle of concentration. When you begin to carry out the first of the 6 steps, which instructs you to fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire, hold your thoughts on that amount of money by concentration or fixation of attention with your eyes closed until you can actually see the physical appearance of the money. Do this at least once each day. As you go through these exercises, follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith and see yourself actually in possession of the money. Here is a most significant fact. The subconscious mind takes any orders given it in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon these orders, although the orders often have to be presented over and over again through repetition before they are interpreted by the subconscious mind. So that's also a great point. When we say in our statement, we say in our purpose statement, we say in our mission statement, we have to have feelings, and we must repeat it over and over every morning, every night, throughout the day, every single day. When visualizing the money you intend to accumulate with eyes closed, see yourself rendering the service or delivering the merchandise you intend to give in return for this money. This is important. Okay, so they brought us to another point here. So when we read in it, we read in our purpose statement, we read in our mission statement, right? We must have feelings. We must do it over and over. And when we must visualize it. We're visualizing ourselves with the money, and we're visualizing we are actually giving the service for the money. So remember, in these 6 steps, if we could go back to these 6 steps, in these 6 steps, they're basically saying that 6 ways to turn desires into goal. First, fix in your mind the exact amount you desire, right? The exact amount. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. What is the service that you're doing for the money that you desire? What are you giving to humanity for the money that you desire? Third, establish a definite date in which you intend to possess the money. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not. And then fifth, they say write everything out in a concise statement, all the steps from before. And 6, read your written statement aloud twice daily, once before retiring at night and once after rising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. When we're doing the visualizing part of it, we must feel ourselves having it, we must see the amount of money, and we must see ourselves giving the service. Whatever service it is, whatever we're doing for the money, we must see it, we must feel it, we must experience it. 6 steps to stimulate your subconscious mind. The instructions given in connection with the 6 steps in the 2nd chapter will now be summarized and blended with the principles covered by this chapter as follows. First, go into some quiet spots, preferably in bed at night, where you will not be disturbed or interrupted. Close your eyes and repeat aloud the written statement of the amount of money in which you intend to accumulate, the time for its accumulation, and a description of the service or merchandise you intend to give in return for the money. As you carry out these instructions, see yourself already in possession of money. Second, repeat this program night and morning until you see in your imagination the amount of money in which you intend to accumulate. Third, place a written copy of your desires where you can see it at night and morning and read it just before retiring and upon arising until it has been memorized. Remember, as you carry out these instructions, that you are applying the principle of autosuggestion for the purpose of giving orders to your subconscious mind. Remember also that your subconscious mind will act only upon instructions which are emotionalized and hand over to it with feeling. Faith is the strongest and most productive of the emotions. Follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith, the secret of mental power. Skepticism in connection with all new ideas is a characteristic of all human beings. But if you follow the instructions online, your skepticism will soon be replaced by belief, and this in turn will soon become crystallized in absolute faith. Many philosophers have made a statement that man is the master of his own earthly destiny, but most of them have failed to see why he is the master. The reason that man may be the master of his own earthly status, and especially his financial status, is thoroughly explained in this chapter. Man may become the master of himself and his environment because he has the power to influence his own subconscious mind. Very powerful. The actual performance of transmuting desire into money involves the use of autosuggestion as an agency by which one may reach and influence the subconscious mind. The other principles are simply tools which will apply autosuggestion. Oh, that's actually the end of it. And they ended saying this: every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or a greater benefit. The next chapter is specialized knowledge. One was very important, very crucial in when we have our mission statement, we have our purpose statement, right? We have the statement of our service we're giving, the amount of money we want to get for it, the date we're going to get this money. And when we say this, we're not just saying it, it's not just words, but we're actually visualizing that scenario. We're actually seeing ourselves giving the service. We're actually seeing ourselves with the money already in possession of the money. And we're seeing, how do we feel about this? In that scenario, how would you feel having your money? How would you feel being of service? How would you feel being in your purpose? Giving yourself, being of service, and being paid for it. What would that feel like? What would that lifestyle feel like for you? Thank you so much for receiving me. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. Share this with someone that you think it would be of value to. And I'll see you in my next video.